Hi, and welcome to More Human, More Resources, the HR podcast for entrepreneurs. I'm Vicki Brown, your host and CEO of Vidamaneo Enterprises. As a serial entrepreneur, I understand that having the right expert help has been critical to my success. That's why I'm dedicated to telling you, in plain language, what's going on in the world of HR that might impact your business and what you need to do about it, with real actionable tips to help you master that list of must-dos and grow your leadership muscle. First things first, the information contained in this podcast is provided for general purposes only and is not to be considered legal advice. Your decision to adopt or not adopt any practice or procedure mentioned in this podcast is solely yours, and we bear no responsibility for the outcome. We urge you to always consult legal counsel and other appropriate licensed professionals. And with that, let's get into the show. You're listening to Season 5, Episode 24. Well, you did it. You built the team. That's no small thing. Most people think about hiring for months before they ever do it, but you actually did it. You posted the job, interviewed candidates, made the call, and someone said yes. That's a real leadership moment. But now comes the part nobody really warns you about, keeping that team. Because once the onboarding's done and the nameplates are on the door or the Slack handles are updated, reality sets in. People get comfortable, patterns form, and suddenly the sparkle wears off. When you're not offering six-figure salaries or full-blown benefits, keeping good people is a different kind of game. And no, it's not about ping-pong tables or pizza Fridays. That only gets you so far. So let's start with the big question. Why do people stay? Sure, money matters, but it's rarely the whole story. People stay because they trust the person leading them, because they feel seen, because they believe in what you're building, because they get to stretch, grow, and not feel like just another cog in the machine. They want to be part of something real. If they join your small business, chances are they weren't chasing a corporate perks package. They were betting on a mission, yours. And that gives you something powerful, but only if you don't squander it. Now, let's talk about how people start slipping away, because sometimes you're the reason. When communication is all over the place or expectations keep shifting, people start checking out. When you're micromanaging every single move, it sends a loud, clear message, I don't trust you. When you breeze past wins because you're just too busy, well, guess what? They stop trying to impress you. And if nobody sees a next step, even a small one, they start looking for one somewhere else. This isn't about job titles or corner offices. This is about momentum. People need to feel like they're moving forward. And if they don't, they will, just not with you. So now you're thinking, okay, but I can't offer raises every 6 months. I'm barely covering payroll. Well, that's fine. You don't have to lead like a Fortune 500 company. You've got something better. So let's talk about what you do have. First up, learning in the wild. Your team is getting the kind of experience that they just won't find in a training manual. They're solving real problems, sitting in real client meetings, hearing how real decisions get made, all in real time. That's not a training opportunity. That's a career accelerator. Next up, insider access. Big companies have org charts and gatekeepers. You have a group text and an open calendar. So use that to your advantage. Invite them in. Ask what they think. Let them help shape the next offer, pick the new software, or vote on what snacks go in the break room. People stay when they feel like co-creators, not just task rabbits. Here's another one. Build their resume, even if they don't leave. Give them the chance to own something. Lead a project, represent the team, present the work, and give them credit, loud and often. You want them to grow while they're working with you, because if they do, they'll talk about it, they'll remember it, and they'll stick around longer than you think. And for goodness sake, check in like a human being. No, not a performance review. I'm talking about a 10-minute conversation to ask, how's it going? What's frustrating you right now? What's working? You don't need a script. Just pay attention and act on what you hear. Now, let's get honest about the signs that you might be losing people. If you feel like you're repeating the same instructions over and over, it may not just be forgetfulness. It might be disconnection. If they're quiet in meetings and stop offering ideas, they've probably stopped believing it's worth the effort. If your star employee suddenly stops volunteering or draws sharp boundaries you didn't expect, they're trying to tell you something. And if someone quits and you're genuinely surprised, well, that's on you. You weren't paying close enough attention. So what do you do about it? Well, you get proactive. Retention isn't just a fix-it reaction when someone walks out the door. It should be part of how you lead every day. Make retention part of your culture. Talk about the big picture. Let your team see how their work ties into something meaningful. Ask for feedback, and don't just nod and ignore it. Loop back. Tell them what you're taking seriously. Even if the answer is not yet, they'll respect that more than just silence. Celebrate the wins, and not just the flashy ones. Call out the quiet wins, the behind-the-scenes effort, that sticky situation someone handled with grace. That kind of recognition builds glue. And finally, yes, I'm going to say it, build some team rituals. No, you don't need a catered retreat, but you do need moments. Shout-outs at the top of a meeting, a 3 p.m. snack run, a silly nickname for Friday stand-ups. It doesn't have to be polished. It just has to be yours. You don't need deep pockets to keep a great team. You need to lead with intention, be present, show that you care, not just about the output, but about the people behind it. Because at the end of the day, people don't stay for the payroll system or the dental plan. They stay for the experience of working with you. Culture isn't magic. It's what you do consistently, every decision, every meeting, every touch point. And keeping a team, well, that's the real leadership work. Not the glamorous stuff, but the good stuff. If you're willing to show up and do that work, your people will show up for you every single time. If you found this information helpful, please leave a review and tell a friend. Thanks for spending the time. Until next week, same time, same place.